Hey everyone, it is time for Twitter Scope again. Twitter Scope episode 116, and I'm going to talk real quick about using notifications. But first of all, who is Don Carter and why are you on here, Don? What are you talking about? My name is Don Carter. I'm at DCart on the socials. On Snapchat, I'm at DCart, the word written out. And I don't know if you have said this or you've had friends that have said this. I just don't get Twitter. I don't get how to use it to connect with my prospects, to connect with customers. It just the account, I opened it a couple of years ago and it hangs around my neck like an albatross. So thus Twitter Scope was born. These are quick daily Twitter tips, usually between 5 and 10 minutes. And you can actually find all of the old Twitter Scopes on YouTube. So if you search hashtag Twitter Scope, they'll all come up, and each of the topics are literally topics, either questions that I have been asked or questions that you may have had. So whether you're brand new to Twitter and you're just rejuvenating it and just getting it started up, that's what Twitter Scope is about. So today we're going to talk real briefly about turning on notifications. And I have to give a shout out to two folks that follow me on Twitter, and we follow each other, Vin Brown and Anna Marie, at Vintuitive and at Anna Marie _Minnesota. And so today's whole topic of turning on notifications was because of a conversation I saw them have. Basically, what notifications do, you probably have notifications turned on for other applications on your phone so that when some thing happens, you get some kind of an alert. Well, most of the time, I know in my life, I'm like, never use those things because I want to minimize all of the notifications. I just get deluged with that. But there may be occasions or there may be situations where you want to turn on your notifications for someone that you follow on Twitter. Now, this was, again, a really, really neat, if you go follow, especially go follow Vin Brown, he actually shows an example of how to turn on your notifications in a GIF, which I think is just brilliant. It's a little vine, a little looping video that basically answers a question that Anna Marie had asked him. And they happened to have been talking about following me. So I was just, whoa, what is this? It was so sweet. And so I thought I will go ahead and share the ability to turn on notifications. So you literally go up under the under your personal settings of that person. You can go on and you can turn on notifications. If you look at the little cog, the little wheel, but go check out the GIF that he has on his Twitter stream. It's just a clever use of a GIF to show someone how to do something in a couple simple steps. So literally that is all a notification does. So when that person tweets, you get a little notification said, oh, they're going live or they just tweeted. Why that's important for those of you who may not know, when in Twitter, when someone sends out information or sends out a tweet, that gets kind of pushed down on your timeline. So the older things, a lot of chances are you're never going to see them. So unless you're doing some kind of intervention with the people that you follow that you really, really want to hear from, for instance, either putting them into a Twitter list or following them on a tool like TweetDeck, where you can basically set up columns and then group people into those so that it's easier to filter through. So unless you're using a Twitter list, a tool like TweetDeck, or that person typically will tweet using a specific hashtag that, again, you can search on, you're never going to see their content. And that's just the sad truth of it. So if there are people that you're very, very you sit, I know it's like the highlight of your day, but there are people that you really don't want to miss their content. Maybe they don't tweet that often. And when they do, you very much want to catch their content. Go ahead and turn on those notifications. And so again, my shout out goes, and happens to be Friday. So Vintuitive on Twitter and Anna Marie _Minnesota. Those are my follow Fridays, basically because they held a very informative conversation on Twitter. And I thought that was and Vin I've been following him for quite a few years. Anna Marie is more of a newer follow, but just want to let you know that you can learn a ton from those people that you follow on Twitter. So case in point. So episode 116 was turning on notifications for those must-see tweets for people whose Twitter updates you don't want to miss, just turn on the notifications and don't go crazy because then you'll want to turn it off later. Also, if they are going to be involved in something like a Twitter chat where they're going to be just deluging their Twitter stream, those are times when you can selectively just flip them off. Not flip them off, not like that. No, I meant flip the notifications off. So you don't have to be your stream. You don't have to be your notifications don't have to be blowing up. So that is Twitter Scope for today. Again, you can find all of these Twitter Scope episodes on YouTube. If you're watching this on YouTube, thanks again so much for finding me. Go ahead and hit subscribe down below. That would be awesome. You can join my mom and my 7 other followers. Would love to hear your questions that you may have. So use the hashtag Twitter Scope on Twitter or here on Facebook, and I will answer those questions. If you have some nagging thing, definitely just post them here. If you're a little shy, DM me. That's fine too. I will see you guys later. Thanks again for joining me on Twitter Scope. You've given me a few minutes of your time, which is one of the most precious commodities you have. So I want to honor that by giving you a little bit of value every single day. So I will see you later for the next episode of Twitter Scope. Thanks a lot.